spending most our lives living in the Gauntlet paradise. Fighting the runes, Outlast 2, breaking the rules, got things to do. Scorching and take a life at you, at least not a foe. I come through, unlocking the secrets of the rooms.
Hello again, YouTube! This is DrKendo. I'm not shirking my duties on the Gauntlet Legends commentary because I am finally back to bring you another episode. Another Gauntlet-tary, that's Gauntlet commentary. I always get the shopping out of the way before entering into the next stage, the next level, whatever you want to call it. So we're still in the castle realm, and we are entering the Dungeon of Torment. Why would you willingly go to the Dungeon of Torment? So here we are in the dungeon, but whenever I'm trying to get items for the next level coming up, I pretty much always have to restock on the speed boots that I love. Usually I have to do it like once every 2 or 3 levels, so that's one of the things that I did here. One thing I am pretty sure is you can get more experience for if you actually do melee attacks and stuff as opposed to range attacks, so that's something sometimes I'm conscious of. I obviously don't let it get in the way of me surviving the level. And some things I'm going to repeat, of course, for anybody who's a newcomer to the Gauntlet series and maybe is watching these out of order, you know, not chronologically. Whenever I'm changing the food, the poisonous food, to regular food and edible food, I'll use a potion, a shield and potion. That's if you hold Z and B at the same time, it'll create a shield over you. And the reason for that is just because you're not just using a potion right then and there in a snap, but you can also shield yourself from damage for a little while, and hey, it gets the food unpoisoned. So this level is another one of those where you can kind of stand across at a safe distance usually and fire at other there's death, this rat bastard. Yeah. Here he is. That's another time that I like to use the shield potion, as well as, you know, if death is in the oh god, golem. If death is coming out, of course, one-hit kill on these golems with the rock shower. If death is close by, is what I was trying to say, then, you know, use a potion with the shield. Same principle as the food that's poisoned. And if you see here, I just got an acid amulet. The amulets, if you also are new to the commentary for Gauntlet Legends, that's one of the items that I often will use and keep. There's plenty of items that I don't use in this game. I feel like maybe it's the majority, but perhaps it's about half and half. Oh, what's up? Blue Wizard gained a level. But as I was saying, just probably about half of the items I do not use here, and they're best just for selling. If you were taking my recommendations and everything. I, of course, like the Phoenix. I've always got one of those. The speed boots. I like the amulets. And, you know, the lightning shield, fire shield, those are pretty fun too. So sometimes I'll keep those, and they can get you kind of out of a bind too. So good to have them lying around, of course. Let's see, I don't think that there's too many of the other items in the game that are really super valuable to me, if you're going to take my advice. Some people, you know, have different preferences, of course, and you might like Time Stop or the, you know, the super shot, the big arrow and stuff, but those things I feel like you can get a lot of money for, so usually I just sell them. And the thing that annoys me most in Gauntlet Legends is the arrow guys and the bombers, any of the ranged attackers. Because all these other guys are stuck, look at them. The ranged people, that's where it gets annoying, because they find a way to cheat my brilliant strategy of waiting across the way to attack people from a safe distance. One thing about bringing you this Gauntlet commentary, or Gauntlet-tary, right now is I had to brighten up a lot of the screen back in, you know, the N64 days. I don't know that everything was completely optimized. I mean, the Nintendo 64 was the bomb. It was one of my favorite systems, so don't get me wrong, but I guess darkness and brightness and everything wasn't always optimized on my television, I guess you could say. So that's what I've done here, is went into the video file before uploading this and just made sure to brighten everything up for you. So here's what I was talking about, you know, it's good to have a lightning shield on hand to mow through these enemies in the times where they're all surrounding you like that. And if you just saw, I'm getting the obelisk on this level. This level has an obelisk and a rune stone, so kind of an important step along the way. And actually, there's a bunch of switches needed to get the rune stone. It's kind of annoying, actually. I guess, when is it not annoying to try and get a rune stone? God, I can't get over there yet. Ah, here we go. Okay, limited levitation, so some people have been on the internets wondering what in the world that does, what's it good for. I can tell you it's good for selling, but what it does is it actually does not allow you to necessarily levitate just like over gaps and things, but it's really for the traps, which I just hit. It's for the traps. So, oh God! I'm just running into all the traps right now. Sometimes I'm concerned about them, but most of the time I'm not really concerned about being too safe with the traps. They do like, I don't know, like 25 to 50 damage probably, so it's not going to take away too much of your health. But the times that I really notice it is when there's not a lot of enemies around like this, and you can actually concentrate on how crappy you're doing if you're hitting all the traps, so that's why I get kind of pissed whenever I'm hitting the traps and there's no enemies around. But as you saw earlier, I got the rune stone, so we're ready to head out of here, and as we're heading out, there's just a few more enemies to take down, and then we'll be going to the next part of the castle realm. And I think I'm going to go ahead and bring that to you on the next commentary, so please stay tuned. I hope that you're enjoying this. The reason that I'm slower to upload Gauntlet Legends commentaries to my other games is that it's not as popular of a series. I know that there's a few diehard fans for Gauntlet Legends, and it's probably one of my favorite games for the N64. I'm glad that there's some people out there, you know, still supporting that. But yeah, you know, I get the most traffic and everything from some of the more recent games, but I will, you know, I will definitely not stop the Gauntlet Legends altogether anytime soon, at least. I'm hoping to play through the entire game and bring that all to you. So please enjoy it, and if you have any questions, I'll take them for Gauntlet Legends. I usually do it on Mario Kart Wii, Mario Strikers Charged, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but if you want to ask a question, if you're curious about something with Gauntlet Legends too, I can take a few questions for that as well. With the questions, I'll answer them, of course, in the commentary that they apply to, but I will also shout out to you and your channel, so you'll get a little annotate or link back. So maybe a little extra incentive to get in a question or two, or just have your question answered by me. So again, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for participating in all this. I'll catch you on the next vid. Thanks for viewing.
Breaking the rules, got things to do. Scorch and take a life at you, at least not a foe. I come through. Unlocking the secrets of the rooms. We don't know who be gunning for who. I blast and feel the boom. They all will hear me coming through. Take it to the marshlands out in the town. Gathering the gold pieces and I'm locking it down. Set to spend some for a night out with the archer. Blue wizard gain a level. I'll make the